You can thank Mercedes-Benz for launching the luxury SUV craze with the M-Class more than 20 years ago. Well, in the ensuing years, we've had a name change, but this fourth generation SUV really does look toward the future of transportation with all kinds of driving aids and plenty of tech. But how much is too much? Come ride right seat with me as we dig into the 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLE450. Notice when you get behind the wheel of the GLE is this massive amount of screenery that we have here. Yes, screenery, it's a word, look it up. I've got two screens, one for my gauge cluster and one that is running the new Mercedes-Benz user experience infotainment system. Now I've got a full review of the MBUX system on a separate review, so be sure to check that out. But for now, I will say that while this system is a little bit more slick than that old command system, I'm not really sure it's any better. If I could give this car an 11 for features, I most definitely would, especially when it comes to features with your seat. I mean, I can select my seating position based on how tall I am. I've got massaging seats, and not just one kind of massage, multiple kinds of massage. And heated seats, oh yeah, that's so passé. Not only will this one give you hot cross buns, it will also heat up the surrounding panels. I mean, I don't even mind if I get stuck in traffic. This car is that comfortable. The design-wise, I really like the way it looks. I mean, I like the nice horizontal lines that I've got going on, but one stupid thing, this fakey McFakerstein little vent right here. I mean, I get that you needed something in that corner to kind of finish the design. I understand it, but just make it a real vent. It's not that hard. Under the hood is a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine, putting out 362 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. And that is mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now you can get a smaller GLE450 with a 2-liter engine, but only the larger engine gets the new EQ Boost mild hybrid system. That gives me an on-demand boost of about 21 horsepower when I want it, plus it powers the new E-Active Body Control System, which individually controls the suspension at each corner. So how is that put into this vehicle? Okay, so you put this guy into curve mode, and instead of like leaning outwards from the corners, you actually lean into the corners like a motorcycle. It's not very aggressive. I mean, the transmission and the throttle are both put to really mild settings, but it is really, really smooth. Plus, there's a forward-facing camera that can scan the road, so the suspension knows what's coming up. No, instead, if you want to have a little bit of fun, it is Sport and Sport Plus mode all the way. And what I really like here is that the transmission will downshift on braking into a turn instead of waiting for me to ask for the power when I go out of a turn. So all I need to do is just unwind a little bit, squeeze on that throttle, and that power is there waiting for me. I mean, I didn't even really feel the need to use the paddle shifters. There are plenty of driver's aids in the Mercedes, almost to a fault, to be honest with you. There's adaptive cruise control, which can lock onto the car in front of me, and in traffic, it'll bring me to a complete stop and then have a little pause. But frankly, that's nothing new, right? A lot of manufacturers do that. Where the Mercedes has an ace up its sleeve is that it can read traffic signs. So let's say you've got the cruise control set for 55 and you drop into a 45-mile-an-hour zone, the car will slow down automatically. Plus, it can use GPS to see if there's any upcoming curves and react accordingly. Honestly, it's a little bit too aggressive. I mean, yeah, I can understand if you're like on a dark desert highway somewhere, you got the cruise control set for 70 and there's a 90-degree right-hand turn coming up. Okay, I get it. But in the around town highway toddlings that I was doing, it just slowed the car down too much. There's an active lane keeping assist and an active steering assist that can even change lanes for me. And honestly, all these driver's aids, it's all just a little much. I mean, self-driving cars are coming, I get it. And companies like Mercedes-Benz, Tesla, and to a lesser extent GM with Cadillac Super Cruise, they're really leading the charge. But I think I'd rather wait for a car that just is fully autonomous. I mean, in the GLE, I still have to keep my hands on the wheel, I still have to pay attention, so why do I need the car to change lanes for me? I'd rather just wait and have everything into one single package that I can then turn on or turn off as I desire. The 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLE goes on sale in the spring of this year, and I don't even have full pricing for you guys. I mean, this model is fully loaded, and while it starts at about $61,000, I'd expect this particular car to go for a whole lot more.